Why? Hmm. Oh, I'm coming online. Am I? Yep. Hooray, I'm online. Okay, cool. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to yet another live stream on Flutter. Basically, in this session, I'm going to look at a chat application. Alright, but before I do that, I just want to quickly mention my CSS Flexbox in-depth course again, okay? Now, a lot of you were very kind to click on the free link. I noticed that very much being the case. I had about 300 people enroll yesterday, which, I appreciate that. I just hope that if you're going to take my course for free, that you will at least leave me a rating and a review, okay? I'm not expecting that a lot of people are going to take the approach of paying, 14 Australian dollars, 15 Australian dollars, okay? I understand that people are tight, and things are tough. But yeah, if you can just at least provide a rating and a review, I can really appreciate that, okay? That probably matters more to me now than the money does, all right? Because at the end of the day, I want to start doing this for a living, all right? So enough on that. I'm not going to talk about any more about that. So let's get into what we're here for, which is to build this lovely little baby right here, the FriendlyChat. Now, yesterday I built a UI that was like a little photo thing. It looked great and everything. But this one is hopefully a little bit more practical. So I'm going to get started on this. So what do we got here? Build the main user interface. In this section, you'll begin modifying the default sample app into a chat app. Beautiful. The goal is to use Flutter to build FriendlyChat, a simple, extensible chat app with these features. The app displays text messages in real time. Cool. User can enter a text string message and send it either by pressing the return key or the send icon. And the UI runs on both iOS and Android devices. Okay, cool. Whatever. And that looks like what we're building. Okay, cool. The first element you'll add is a simple app bar, okay, that shows the staging tile for the app. As you progress through subsequent sections of this code lab, you'll incrementally add more responsive and stateful UI elements to the app. The main.dart file is located in the, I already know all this, contains a main, yeah, alright, so literally, in this case, they're calling main with run app directly in there, and then they're just returning material app. Okay, that's different to what I've seen before. But what do we got here? The run app function takes its argument as widget, which the Flutter framework expands and displays to the screen, blah, blah. Yep, okay. Run app function. This widget becomes the root of your widget tree. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's do what it says, and we'll just kill all of this stuff and start again. Give it what it wants early, eh? And kaboom! We blew stuff up. What did we blow up and why? This is what you get for just copy and pasting, people. Unexpected tag. Something in... Hang on. What's going on here? What did I copy wrong there? Let's go back. I just removed a comment. That shouldn't break it, I wouldn't have thought. Package friendly. Wow. Okay. Compile error was thrown. My app dirty. There's no my app. Let's have a look. Maybe it's something in here that they didn't mention. Is there a my app somewhere? I thought this might be an entry level. Oh, hang on. It's the test. Alright, cool. That's fine. I'm just going to basically comment out this whole file. That's what it is. Or is it? Maybe not. Maybe it's not that at all. What is making this break? Package FriendlyChat. Explain your procedure. Is this just not proper logic? Is it because of the semicolon here and I need to... No. That should make a difference, I would have thought. Where's the... I don't see a question mark. Where the hell is the question mark? I'm going to copy this again. So create a new material app object and pass it the run app. Main.dart. Yeah, it didn't copy this bit. That was silly of me. Doesn't know what to do if I do this. I have a feeling there's just something wrong here. I'm gonna start this or restart it. I'm gonna kill off. Whoops. I'm gonna kill off all these apps that I had from my last few videos, just to ensure that we don't have any issues by doing this. Cool. All right. Let's run this again. We'll see if I run it this time whether it's going to complain. The joy of learning. We're 10 minutes in and we can't even get a very simple thing to run. It happens this way sometimes. All right, come on, hurry up. Come on, load. Yeah, now it loads. Yeah, it must have been something to do with the fact that maybe I had a broken test and it broke the simulator, and then when I fixed it, it still didn't care. It broke it anyway. Anyway, we can move on. So all I've got here is a scaffold that's inside of a material app. The title's FriendlyChat and it has a app bar with the title FriendlyChat. All cool. That is fine. To specify the default screen that users see in your app, set the home argument in your material app definition. Okay, what are we going to set it to? Yeah, okay, defines the main UI for this app. The widget consists of a scaffold widget that has a simple app bar and its child widget. Yeah, okay, we've already done this. Okay, whatever. Scroll down. Build the chat screen. To lay the groundwork for the interactive components, you'll break the simple app into two different subclasses of widgets. A root level FriendlyChat app widget that never changes, and a chat screen widget that can rebuild when messages are sent and internal state changes. But now, both of these classes can extend a stateless widget. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, I know they're all in the very same app, but I'm going to break this out. So FriendlyChat app is a stateless widget, and chat screen is a stateless widget. And then I'm just going to keep my main in the main.dart file. So I'm going to go FriendlyChat app. So we'll go new file, FriendlyChat app.dart, like so. And I'm going to grab this part of the code and I'm going to dump that in here. And then I'm going to grab this import statement and put that at the top. All right, so we need a chat screen. That's fine. We can create a new file, chat screen. I probably should put these in folders, but for now, this is all I'm going to do. So chat screen, and copy that baby, dump it, and grab this, and then boom, and save. And we've got our app bar with the text that says FriendlyChat. That's fine. And then we've got the chat screen, which we have to import here. So import chat. Yeah, there it is. So let's save this. Okay, so we've got these two things all working nicely. And then all I'm going to do is for home, actually, does the friendly chat return a material app? It does. So then all I need to do is instantiate that friendly chat app like that. And then I just need to import that thing. So let's import it, man. Import, spell it right. Chat app.dart. And it's friendly chat app. And it's not chat screen. I've referenced the right. Ah, God. Friendly chat app.dart. No? What have I called it? Friendly? Oh, friendly, not friend. There we go. Friendly chat app isn't defined. Really? What did I call it? I'm going to use capital. I don't like it lowercase like that. It looks weird. It looks too weird. Beautiful. And because I'm a Nazi, probably not meant to do this Dart-wise, but I'm going to do it because I'm a little bit of a technical Nazi there. Cool. So it looks like we might have the same result now. We've got the friendly chat. I'm going to put that as a capital C as well. Sounds like trivial things, but it just annoys me. And then the chat screen, I'm going to do the same thing so that the UI changes in that app bar. Come on. What? Update, will you? Why isn't it updating? Update. Is there something wrong with my... I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong. I'm going to resync. There it is. There we go. So in this case, the hot reload didn't address it. Very interesting. All right, moving on. So we didn't really do anything there. We just broke it out into two stateless widgets. This step introduces several key concepts of the Flutter framework. You describe part of the user interface represented by a widget in its build method. The framework calls the build methods for friendly chat app or chat screen when inserting these widgets into the widget hierarchy and when the dependencies change. Fair enough. Override is a data... Why? Geez, it's getting really deep into this stuff. Is a data annotation that indicates that the tag method overrides a superclass method. Some widgets like scaffold and app bar are specific to material design apps. Other widgets like text are generic and can be used by any app. Widgets from different libraries in the Flutter framework are compatible and can work together in a single app. Okay, click the hot reload, blah, blah, blah. So on Android, that's what it would look like. But I'm not looking at Android right now. Add a UI for composing messages. In this section, you'll learn how to build a user control that enables the user to enter and send text messages. Nice. So this looks like it's a row with a text field and an icon in it. That's fine. I get that. On a device, clicking on the text field brings up a soft keyboard. Users can send chat messages by typing a non-empty string and pressing the return key on a soft keyboard. Alternatively, users can send their typed messages by pressing the graphical send button next to the input. For now, the UI for composing messages is at the top of the chat screen, but after we add the UI for displaying messages in the next step, it will move to the bottom of the chat screen. Okay, cool. Add an interactive text input. The Flutter framework provides a material design widget called TextField. It's a stateful widget, a widget that has mutable state, blah, 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 with properties for customizing the behavior of input field. State is information that can be read synchronously. God, this is getting really deep into what things are. I understand what state is. When the widget is built, that might change during, okay. Adding the first stateful widget to friendly chat requires making a few modifications. In Flutter, if you want to visually present stateful data in a widget, you should encapsulate this data in a state object. You can then associate your state object with a widget that extends stateful widget class. The following code snippet shows you how you might define a class in your main.dart file to add the interactive text input. First, you'll change the chat screen class to subclass stateful widget. So let's do that. Let's take this step by step. So this is no longer stateless. This is going to become stateful, right? To which it's going to ask me to provide a create state. That's fine. Can I just do this? Let's quick fix it. Create one missing override. Beautiful. Why waste my time, eh? And then, so that's that. The following code snippet. Oh yeah, I just read that. Class stateful widget instead of stateless widget. While text field handles the mutable text content, state belongs at the level of the widget hierarchy because chat screen will have a text controller object. Okay. You'll also define a new chat screen class that implements the state object. Override the create state method as shown to the chat. Okay, cool. So this is what I want to change. So they're just so basically they're breaking it out into a stateful widget. Why didn't you just do this in the first place? Okay, and then basically I'm just returning chat. No, I'm returning a function. I remember it's returning a function that no, how does it work? Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, no, here it is. So a single line of code. And so create state, yeah, array function, new chat screen state, like that. And here they're just saying return state. That's what they've got. Yeah. Cool. And I broke stuff. Chat screen is not a subtype of stateless widget. Okay. Oh, of course. I'm trying to override. I moved that logic away, didn't I? There we go. Okay, so we've built a stateful widget. We've got our state. We've got our build method to build that widget out. And it's just got that. Okay, cool. Now the build method for chat screen state should include all the widgets formerly in the chat screen part of the widget tree. Okay. When the framework calls the build method to refresh the UI, it will rebuild chat screen state with its tree of children widgets. In fact, I've got this thing open, haven't I? So if I refresh this page, unable to connect. Okay then, never mind. Not going to worry about it for this video. Okay, you can rebuild chat screen state with. Okay. It's often useful to view the source code definition of Flutter's framework APIs to get a better understanding of what's going on behind the scenes. You can do this easily by IntelliJ's editor panel. Yeah, blah blah. Okay, whatever. We're just learning very basic stuff. Okay. I don't know why it says 47 minutes remaining. Now that your app has the ability to manage state, you can build out the chat screen state with an input field and a send button. To manage interactions with the text field, it's helpful to use text editing controller. You'll use it for reading the contents of the input field and for clearing field after each text message is sent. Add a line to chat screen state class definition to create this object. Main.dart. So, text editing controller. Very interesting. Get rid of this new thing. Whoops. They really are right about the tabbing thing. So annoying. Okay. So I've added that. So what does this thing do? The following code snippet shows you how you can define a private method called buildTextComposer. Alright, whatever. That returns a container widget with a configured text field widget. So we're returning a container. It has a margin on it. It has a child with new text field, and we pass in a controller. On submitted, handle submitted, decorate. Okay. So I'm still not sure how this controller fits into play yet, but I'm sure they'll tell me later. Like at the moment, it just looks like something you pass into the constructor of a text field. And then I've got a method here that needs to be set. So we'll continue on. Start with the container widget, adds horizontal margin. Yeah, okay, whatever. I just read all that. Add a text field widget and configure it as follows to manage the user interactions. To have control over the contents of the text field, we provide the text field constructor with a text editing controller. This controller can also be used to clear the field or read its value. Okay, so this is the thing that we use to get values from particular, what do you call them? These things, widgets. So the text field widget doesn't expose anything on its own, so you have to use a controller to get information in and out of it. Okay, gotcha. Now I understand. This controller can be used to clear, okay, yep. To be notified when the user submits a message, use the onSubmitted argument to provide a private callback when the method handle submit. What? Okay. Well, now this method will just clear the field and later we'll add more code. Okay, whatever. So my understanding, based on what I've read, we use the text controller to basically get stuff out of the widget, but we're using this handle submitted function to be an event handler for when someone submits on the text field widget. All right. Yep, gotcha. Seems a little bit overkill, but it is what it is. I would have thought that maybe the controller, you'd have an event on that, and then you don't have to pass in the controller, and then you wouldn't need this onSubmitted event. That's how I would have thought it would work. But they might have a very good reason. I don't know yet, do I? Anyway, let's continue. Place the text composer widget. Okay. So we're saying, all right, so we're going to take the body and build text composer. Let's do it. So right here. And save. What does it do? What does it give me? Ooh. I can put some text in here. Hello, world. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. So it just clears it. That's what that clear does. Pretty cool. Hi there. All right. That's enough playing around. Let's move on. Yeah, we did that already. Add a responsive send button. Next, we'll add a send button to the right of the text field since we want to display the button adjacent to the input field. We'll use a row widget as a parent. Yeah, I figured that's what they would do. So they go on row widget, and then they've grabbed a flexible. They've put the text inside of that. So basically, I'll just copy this for the moment. And instead of just returning that, oh yeah, no, I'll include it as part of the return. Bang. And then just fix the tabbing here. Cool. So, I hate these new things. Why do they put the new in there? I don't like it. It's not needed. All right. Yep, so we've got a container. We're adding some margin horizontally on both sides. We then add a row. That row has children in it. The child, or the first child, is a flexible, which takes the text field and it flexes it. All right. And then that text field's been configured as we configured it previously. So if I run this, we should get some padding, or at least it should look like we're getting some padding, right? Or sorry, some margin. And it's a horizontal margin, so it must have come in a little bit, and it has. Okie dokie, that's fine. Other than that, nothing major there. We've got to add the icon button. You can now create an icon button widget that sends the send icon. Okay, whatever, yep. Just show us that little snippet. I don't need anything else, just that little snippet. So they're throwing it in a container so they can add margin to that as well. And then they've got an on-pressed handle submitted for that too. Gotcha. So we're our flexible. Where's the children? So after this flexible, we're putting in that. Beautiful. And then we've got handle submitted, and we're pressing that. Okay. Where's the handle submitted? String text. So this one has passing in text. So that's the only thing. How come? Oh, maybe they'll ask me to fix it in a minute. Because this one's specifying a text, and the other one isn't. It's just using that. Oh, but hang on. Yeah, I get it. So under the hood, when I call unsubmitted, sorry. So that widget must need a delegate that has one input as a string and returns void. And then you can use that and it will pass text into this parameter. Gotcha. This is so neat, man. I love learning this stuff. Alright, so hopefully we get an icon now. Hey, look at that. So if I type a lot, it gets to a certain point, right? Hey, look at that. And then I can press this button and it goes away. Oh, pretty nice. Very nice. Alright, next. The color of the button is black. I know, I noticed that. To give the icons in the app an accent color, you pass the color argument to the icon button. Icon inherit the color opacity and size from an icon theme widget, which uses an icon theme data. Just ignore that. Booking.com is bothering me. Better place I stayed last week, but I'm not going to listen to it right now. To define this, so icons inherit their color opacity and size from an icon theme widget, which uses an icon theme data object to define these characteristics. Wrap all the widgets in the build text composer method in an icon theme widget and use its data property to specify the theme data object of the current theme. This gives the button and any other icons in this part of the widget tree an accent color of the current theme. Okay, so let me think about what's going on here. What are they trying to tell me? So I guess what they're saying is if I wrap all this in an icon theme, I pass in a theme data, I'm saying the color of everything is going to be accent color, then it's going to apply to everything below this icon theme. So basically everything that's set as child and down is going to use this accent color. So I'm not going to copy this whole thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bit I think is important and I'm going to use that. Alright, and I'll fix up the rest because I want to learn how to do this as I do it. So here, we've got 2 returns, that's fine. Get rid of this crap. So we've got our data, and then we've got, is it child? Yeah. And then at the bottom, we need another. It even, oh, that's so cool. It tells you when it's missing something. So we get rid of that, and we do this, and now everything's consistent, and then I just need to add the semicolon. Oh, that is so nice. I love that. That is so cool. Then I just tab everything over, and because I gave it the accent color, hopefully when I save this, we get that nice blue. There it is. Does that mean the text goes blue too? No. But the cursor did. The cursor went blue, did it? Pretty sure it did. Hang on, where'd the keyboard go? Let me refresh this or resync it. Where's the keyboard? It's gone. Why is the keyboard not showing up anymore? Never mind. Again, I'm gonna get rid of all these news because I hate this. Go away. Why did they put this in the example stuff? Alright. Cool. Icon theme. I must remember that. I want to use it for anything below, and I'm using stuff that uses the theme, I've got to wrap it in an icon theme and specify the theme data. Gotcha. Rightio, moving on. A build context object, which I have never known what this is yet. A build context object is a handle to the location of a widget in your app's widget tree. Each widget has its own build context, which becomes the parent of the widget returned by the stateless widget.build. Hang on, let me read that again. A build context object is a handle to the location of a widget in your app's widget tree. Each widget has its own build context, which becomes the parent of the widget returned by the stateless widget.build or state.build function. This means that _build text composer method can access the build context object from its encapsulating state object. You don't need to pass the context to the method explicitly. I don't quite understand that yet. At least not how they've written it there. I'd have to read that probably a little bit better. To me, that sounds a bit garbly, but maybe it's just me. I'll reload the app. Yeah, I did that already. Debug your app in IntelliJ. I'm not using IntelliJ. Okay, so next bit. Add a UI for displaying messages. Okie dokie. So what have we got left here? 32 minutes. Can we get this done in 32 minutes? Well, that's what they're saying. Add a UI for displaying messages. With the basic app scaffolding and screen in place, now you're ready to define the area where chat messages will be displayed. Okay, so what are they doing here? They're using a circle avatar. They're specifying a column for the text. I guess that's your name and then the text. Yeah, gotcha. As that's enclosed in a row. So are they saying we have a column? How's this? I feel like there's a missing. Is that a container maybe? I feel like that should be a container, then a circular avatar, then a row, and then inside that row we have a column, and then inside the column we have text. 2 lots of text. So I think it's missing an extra bit there, but I could be wrong. Implement a message, blah, blah. Yeah, there it is, container. Right there, container. That's the bit I'm missing. But hang on, is this for each individual? No, it's not. What's going on here? Chat message. Oh no, this is a chat message, so that's an individual message. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Container. That's the overall container I'm seeing here. Then there is a row. So they're adding the row that also encapsulates the circle avatar, does it? So they've gone with another container. So they've got 2 containers as part of the row. No. They've got a row, it's got 1 container, which contains the avatar. Then they've got a column, and that column has a couple of children. All right, fine. Let's do this then. So we got a chat message, which is a stateless widget. So I'm going to create another file, chat message dot, and I'm going to pretty much just copy this, but we'll have another look at it in a minute. And we'll grab the import from here and paste. That should fix most of my problems. Not all of them, but most of them. Alright, so we've got constructor that takes text. That's fine. So that maps to that. And then, yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's what Dart does. So you go this.text, right? And then it just encloses into that. Not sure what the parentheses is for though. Maybe you pass an object that has a text property in it, maybe. I don't know, we'll find out in a minute. So we have a container, it has a margin. It's vertical. So we're adding some space. Let's have a look at the drawing. We're adding some space in between each of the messages of 10. Then we've got a child, which is a row. So that represents this entire row here. Cool. And then that is aligned to the start. So that means it's going to start all the way on the far left here, because it's the cross axes. Then we have children, and the children is basically a collection of widgets, and the first one being a container. So the container probably wraps this. Then we have the circle avatar as a child of that, so yes, it definitely wraps this. And then the second child here is a column, so that's this bit here. And then that column has what? Has a piece of text that will have my name in it, and then it's got some theme, some subheading theme, whatever that is, and then another container with a little bit of margin in it, or just a margin top. Okay, so they're adding a little bit of margin in between the name and the text, and then a child, new text, text, which is this thing here. Cool. All right. I get that, but we've obviously got some compilation issues, so I have to read further. All right, so I've just copied all that. Define the name variable as shown, replacing your name with your own name. Okay, that's pretty boring. That is pretty boring, but we'll do it. Const name. Oh, it has to be in the build function probably, because it's Dart maybe doesn't like const as part of a class, which kind of makes sense. Const name equals I am Grouse. I am Grouse. That's who I am. All right. All right. So what's next? To personalize the circle avatar widget, label it with the user's first initial by passing the first character of the name. Is that what happened? Okay. Oh yeah, name 0. Got it. Also use that as to position the avatar message relative to their parent widgets. Okay, so we're saying that this container is going to always be on the far left, but that's because the row has everything moving to the far left. That's no big deal. Okay. For the avatar, the parent is a row widget whose main axis is horizontal. So cross-axis alignment.start gives it the highest position along the vertical axis. For messages, the parent is a column widget for those main axis is vertical. So cross-alignment.start aligns the text at the furthest left. Oh, it's inherited, is it? So because we set cross-axis alignment to start here, it's inherited down through to the children? No, it can't be how it works. Maybe it does. Maybe that's how the build context thing works. Oh no, it's got it specified here. Oh, duh. Okay, forget me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sure. Next to the avatar, align 2 text widgets vertically. Okay, but I've already done that, right? It's here, and here. Is it just explaining, or is it telling me to do something? It says align 2 text widgets vertically to display the sender's name. But you just sent me the code for this just up here. Anyway, never mind. So then we've got to style the sender's name and make it larger than the message text, you'll need to use theme.ofContext to obtain the appropriate theme data object. Its text theme property gives you access to the material design logical styles for the text like subhead. Okay, so right. So the build context contains the theme or theme information. So it's passed through, and then I'm saying I want to use the subhead for this text widget. Okay. Getting a little bit complicated, but it's all right. We haven't specified a theme for this app, so theme.of context retrieves the default Flutter theme. In a later step, you'll override this default theme, style your app differently for Android and versus iOS. Oh, okay, so both. Implement a chat message list. So we're going with another, oh no, we're looking to use the chat screen state for this one. Okay, so we'll just add this baby to my chat screen state. I'm assuming I'll just put it here. And I just have got to pass in import. Yep, that's what I'm after. Messages. Yeah, okay, that's because I haven't used it yet. Alright, so now we're going to use a list, are we? So handle. When the current user sends a message from the text field to your app, you should add the message to the message list. Modify your whatever. Okay, cool. So we're clearing, and then we're creating a chat message, and then we're setting state. Sounds reasonable. So after this, do we really have to put it on a new line like that? It looks weird. Like maybe this is a Dart thing, but it looks weird having it like that. But anyway, I'm not going to change it. So we've instantiated a new chat message. I'm getting rid of these crappy news. I really hate these things. I get the set state thing. That's basically the React pattern. There's probably no React pattern, but you know my point. Alright, so that does that, and that will rebuild this widget. But we haven't utilized the messages for this widget yet. So we've got the send bit, but we haven't got the list bit. That's the next bit coming, right? You call set state, modify the messages, and let the framework know. Okay, yep, whatever. Place the message list. Here it is. So list view for a scrollable list. Okie dokie. So scaffold. This chat screen state. Blah blah. So here they're wanting me to build more stuff into that. Are they? Yeah, because they want. So it looks like they want me to build the messages. So we've got a column, and we're adding 2 children. Well, we're adding multiple children. We're adding a divider as well, and then a flexible. And the flexible is using listview.builder, and it's got an item builder, which is reading the messages. And then the item count is messages.length. All right, so let's take all the body. So that's from there to there, I think. And we'll paste it where the current body is. Oh, for crying out loud. These damn bloody comments. Note to all. Don't copy and paste so much in life. I'm only doing this because I'm learning. Wonder if people learn like me, or they're just, you know, they just copy and paste straight away and then don't even look at what the code is. Like, I'm very thorough. Like, I like to try and understand what I'm doing when I copy and paste things. I don't like to just copy paste and then see it working and then try and work out what's going on. I like to do it on the fly. Again, I want that to be a C there. Capital C. Yeah, okay. I get this. So we're grabbing the index. We don't care about that first thing, which is a build context. Not sure why we need a count. What's it saying when I hover over it? This constructor is appropriate for list views, so it doesn't actually mention anything about the count, does it? Oh, creates a scrollable linear array of widgets that are created on demand. Maybe it's a restrict. Maybe it just says go and create this many items. So this could be more than, this could be like 100 messages, but we only want to show the first 10. Maybe that's what happens. I'm assuming that's what it is. So let's run this baby, and hopefully we get something nice. So our message is down here now. So hello world. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. How are you going, mate? Yeah, it doesn't keep focus. I'm doing pretty grouse. All right, I get the point. I'm happy with that. But that's really cool. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of work either to do that. Anyway, compared to what I've seen in the past. So what do we got here? The body properties of scaffold widget now contains a list for incoming messages, as well as the input field and send button. We're using the following layout widgets. Column, which lays out its direct children vertically. Column can take multiple child widgets, which will be a scrolling list, and a row for an input field. Flexible, as a parent of list view, this can tell the framework to let the list of received messages expand to fill the column height. Okay. While text field remains its fixed size. Cool. So flexible is pretty cool for expanding things. Gotcha. Divider, to draw a horizontal rule between the UI for displaying messages and the text input for composing messages. Okay, so that must be that line there. Maybe, or is the divider maybe? Oh no, it must be it. If I pull down, yeah, I'd say that's probably what's doing it. Anyway. Container is a parent of the text composer, which is useful for defining background images, padding, margins, and other common layout details. Use decoration to create a new box decoration object that defines the background color, blah, blah, blah. We're using card color defined by the theme data object of the default theme. This gives the UI for composing messages a different background from the messages list. Does it? Oh yeah. So the thing is, it's very hard to know what the text is here. I mean, it's not very clear. But anyway. Pass arguments to list view.builder constructor to customize a list contents and appearance. Padding for one space around the message text. Around the message text. Where's the padding? Oh, maybe. Where's the padding? Oh, is it in between here? On top and bottom? What have I specified? Sorry if I'm jumping around. So we've got padding inserts all 8. So that means that each item must have 8 pixels of padding around it. So if I take this out for the moment, does that mean everything will be squeezed up to the left-hand side of the screen? Yeah, okay. Now I understand. Now I understand. And if I was to say instead of messages.length, say I said 1, bet you it shows 1. Yep. Okay, cool. Now I'm starting to get it. Reverse is true. If I set this to false, I'm assuming it goes to the top. Yep. Very nice. So, yep, it's starting from the bottom and moving up. That's cool. There we go, divider. Let's put 5. Really make that divider stand out. No, it's not standing out that much. Let's go 50. 50. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still not... It's there, but it's weird. Anyway, go back to 1. Card color. What other options are there? Accent color. Let's do that. Ooh, very nice. what about primary color? Same color. And secondary header color. Is that the same color again? No, that's a faint color. Doesn't look too bad. Text theme. No, doesn't like that. Alright, so we'll go back to, was it card color? Alright, that's fine. I just wanted to try a few things just to get an idea of what was going on. So we've got paying, item count, specify number of, yeah, I just checked that. Okay. That is pretty bloody cool. Animate the app. Okay, we're going to do some animation. So how long have I been going for? Nearly an hour? I'll try and finish off this bit at least. You can add animation effects to your widgets by the user experience of your app using Flutter. In this section, we'll go over how to add a basic animation effect to your chat message list. When the user sends a new message, instead of simply displaying it in the message list, we'll animate the message to ease out vertically from the bottom of the list. Animations in Flutter are encapsulated as animation objects. They contain a typed value and a status, such as forward, backward, completed, and dismissed. You can attach an animation object to a widget or listen for changes to the animation object. Based on changes to the animation object's properties, the framework can modify the way your widget appears and rebuild the widget tree. Ooh, okay. Specify an animation controller. Okay, so we're going to have a new controller which handles animations. And it looks like we're going to pass it in as part of the chat message. So what do we got here? Let's have a look. Modify the code in the chat screen state class definition as follows. With ticker provider state mixin. Well, that is a very interesting name. But alright, let's add that. Ticker provided. Can't even remember what it said. And which one was it? Chat screen state. With ticker provided state mixin. Provides ticker objects that are configured to only tick while the current tree is enabled. Alright, does that mean it's going to do a certain number of ticks and then run a function or something? That's what I'm wondering. I guess too much. Alright, and then the chat message, which extends stateless widget, we're adding a constructor that includes this animation controller and then a final. Alright, well, let's do this. Grab this line. So chat message. So we'll do this. And then we're going to go this dot animation controller. I think I understand how that works now. And then in my chat screen, that's got to be somewhere else. Where did I set it? That's it. I created it right down here. So far I haven't added anything, but that's fine. Modify the hand submitted method in your chat screen state class as follows. In this method, instantiate an animation controller object and specify the animation's runtime duration to be 700 milliseconds. We pick this longer duration to slow down the animation effect so you can see the transition happen more gradually. Okay. So, let's do this. So we'll take this and we'll have a quick read of what we've got here. So we're saying 700 milliseconds. What's vsync? Vsync this. I don't know what that means. But vsync this, we gave it this ticker provider state thing. So whatever this thing is, it's looking for a method that's in, sorry, I'm jumping around too much again. It's looking for a method that's in ticker provider state mixin. So what does this have? Create ticker, remove ticker, dispose, did change dependencies, debug field properties. Okay, so maybe when you add the ticker, create ticker, tickers.add, rightio. So it's basically a widget, whatever this widget ticker thing is. Extends ticker. So ticker on this dot on tick. So yeah, okay, we're getting too deep into the code. I'm not going to go that deep yet. I don't know half the stuff first. So let's go back to where I was, which was chat screen, I think. Yep. So for now, it'll probably tell me in a second how it works. I'll just get rid of these news again because they're annoying. And okay, move on. And then they've got this function here at the very bottom, which I assume is like triggering the animation after the set state's been called. All right. Add a size transition widget. Modify the chat message object's build method to return a size transition widget that wraps the container widget we have previously defined. So what I've written so far, what does it do? So if I don't think it does anything at this point, right? Hello? Yeah. So I think this widget thing, this size transition widget, is going to be looking for, again, I'm guessing, it's going to be looking for this animation controller, right? That's part of this message, maybe. And then it can animate itself based on these rules. I don't know. We'll find out more in a minute. Okay, so size transition widget that wraps the container. Child, we previously defined. The size transition class provides an animation effect where the width or height of its child is multiplied by a given size factor value. The curved animation object, in conjunction with the size transition class, produces an ease out animation effect. This ease out effect causes the message to slide in quickly at the beginning of the animation and slow down until it comes to a stop. Okay, but so what do we got here? Alright, so curved animation, axis, okay. So we're wrapping this container again. So this is for a message. So we're going to come over to the message. Instead of just returning a container this time, we're going to return this size transition object. So let's just do that first. So return new. Do I need the new? I don't think I even need the new. You can just do this, right? I thought you could anyway. Child, like that. Is it child? Yeah. And then I just have to come down and do that. And tab all this stuff over. What's it looking for? So all these news that I've got here, we don't need them anymore. Pretty sure Dart said that they don't need this stuff anymore. I'm so used to not seeing them in my previous examples that it just annoys me that it's there. Okay. Sorry, that's me just being pedantic. So now we have this size factor thing, which provides the easing by the look of it. Let's grab that. So that directly goes underneath the size transition. And I need a comma. And we'll get rid of that new again. So I'm still not quite sure how this works. Curved animation. Maybe this is the animation type. So the animation controller kind of looks like it controls the duration or something like that. And holds, you know, has those ticker things. And this one kind of tells you what kind of animation and how to perform it. Right, so this is a curved animation, which then has an ease out ability. I'm assuming that's what it is. And then axis alignment. So I'm going to leave this bit out for the moment. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to leave it out. And then I'm gonna run the code right now and see what happens. I know there's a dispose thing. I saw that. Yeah, okay, cool. Parent is not equal to null is true. So what if I do that? I don't think adding this is going to fix it. Yeah. So it looks like I might have to add this dispose method. It's good practice to dispose your animation controllers to free up your resources. It doesn't look like it. It could be this though. Let's give it a go. So chat screen state. Chat screen state. This is the chat screen state for sure. Yep. So when this screen gets disposed of, it calls the animation dispose method and then calls its own dispose. I'm assuming that needs to be called once. Yeah. So we're grabbing every animation controller and we're disposing it. Does that fix the problem? No. So I've got a bug here. Null is not true. Did I do something wrong when I... So maybe I do have to have the new there? No. Wait, hang on. It's kind of done something. So something's gone wrong here. I don't know what happened. What happened? What did I do? Row container. Am I missing something? Oh, wait, hang on. No, the curved animation's there. Okay, sorry. So this actually should be there. What have I done? Time to start commenting stuff out, eh? Until we can work out what I did wrong. So we'll take that out. So that means I'm going to take this last line out and put a semicolon here. No? Oh. Return. Let's comment out that and that. Alright, so it's something to do with this size transition thing. So what did I do wrong? So I'm just going to do this first. So what have I got here? Arguments must not be null. Oh, I need that child too. So axis size factor and axis alignment. I don't have an axis. Maybe that's what it is. I must be missing something from my previous axis alignment, child, size factor. But I don't have an axis. Is this changed, is it? Maybe this code is no longer the axis argument defaults to axis.vertical. Oh, so I don't need it then. If it's got a default, the axis alignment defaults to 0, 0, which centers the child along the main axis during the transition. Well, I've got the size factor. I've chosen an alignment of 0.0, but it looks like that's the default anyway. So you probably don't even need this. So what's the problem? Is it this parent animation curve? Maybe it's this curved animation. But then this probably won't run, right? Well, it's not breaking. But it's not doing anything either. I'm going to stop this. And we'll run it again. Build errors. Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to help me, is it? Oh. Why did I not pick that up before? Oh boy. This stream has gone longer than I wanted it to. Never mind. I want to finish this app. I want to finish the app, man. Nobody's even watching, but I don't care. I want to finish it. I don't care what everyone else is looking at. Alright. So, why is this not... Oh, it's saying it's launching it. Here we go. Running Xcode build. This is what happens when you do live streams. Things go wrong. Things can go wrong. So, hello? Question mark? Bang. Wow. Okay. So maybe last time it broke because it didn't compile properly or something. I'm going to add this back in and save. And then I'm going to rerun this again. So this transition stuff is a little bit confusing. So we've got a widget. So to me, some of these things don't even feel like they're widgets. They're more like behaviors. Like this sounds more like a behavior. We're just throwing a widget over the top of it. Let's try this again. Hello. Oh, there we go. Now it works. But I didn't make any code changes. I don't know why it broke last time, but anyway, all good. Never mind. So that's that. Now what? Yeah, I've disposed of it. Applying finishing touches. So what are we going to do here? Make the send button context aware. Currently the send button appears enabled even when there's no text in the input field. You might want the button's appearance to change depending on whether the field contains text to send. Defining is composing a private member variable that is true whenever the user is typing to the input field. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, that sounds like it's a relatively decent idea. In the chat screen state. Come back over, chat screen. Alright, chat screen state at the very top here is composing false. And then what are we doing? So we've got set state on change, that's fine. Where is composing set? Oh yeah, down here. No, that's on pressed. But where is it actually updating the UI? So it's here and it's here. And both of these, oh, here we go. On pressed, if it is composing, handle submitted true. But isn't it supposed to be declaration? Send a message. Okay. Still not sure where it fits, or is it underneath? No. Okay. I want to know what bit to change, because at the moment, this is just saying is composing is set to whether there's something in there or not. On pressed is setting it or firing off a handle submitted. But didn't they mention something about the way it looks changing? So what does it say here? Defining is composing. Apparently the send button appears enabled even when there's no text in the input field. You might want the button's appearance to change. So yeah, so where's that bit? That's the bit I'm not seeing here. Where's the bit that's taking this is composing and it's actually determining visually that things are changing? Variable now controls the behavior of visual appearance of the send button. How? How is it controlling it? The user types a string, is composing is true, and the button's color is set to. Where is this? I didn't see any of this. Where's the accent color? Icon theme. Margin. I'm missing something. I swear I am. Text field on change. So I don't even have it on change here. I just have it on submitted. So we'll add this first. It's probably standing there right in front of me saying, this is where I'm changing. This is where I'm changing. All right. So let's see what happens if I just do this. Nothing. It doesn't change anything yet. Okay. So icon.send on pressed. Oh, maybe the icon changes. Oh, I see. It seems to change. But this is only changing the action. Let me see. If I scroll down, so here's the icon button. So we're now getting rid of this line. So this is saying if we are composing, then we're going to handle submitted. Otherwise, we're just going to not do anything. That's what this is saying, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it's saying. Why am I getting an error here? Oh, did I accidentally remove that? Okay, cool. My bad. Then in here I already set up. No, I didn't set up that bit. So let's do that. So that is just literally doing this. So where is it? So just under here. Like that. So if I now run this, probably means now I can't. Oh yeah, I see. But why is it going blue and then grey? That bit I don't understand. How? How does it know to do that? Where is that in here? So it's using the send, but where is it actually, like under what circumstances? Because we've got the theme here, right? So we're using, it's got to be this bit here. So if I just do anything like that, that will probably still show blue, right? Even when there's nothing in there. Okay, so it must be that when this actually is set up to do something, it's going to be blue. But if we set it up to be null, then it means there's no action that we can take. So therefore, it has to be grayed. So I mean, I kind of understand that. It's not so simple though when you look at it. But never mind. I think that's it though. I think we've done everything. Oh no, hang on. What's this? Oh, this is for following code snippet shows the chat message class looks after making this change. So what are we doing here? Wrapping longer lines. When a user sends a text that exceeds the width of the UI for displaying messages, the line should wrap so that the entire message displays. Right now, lines that overflow are truncated. Are they? Okay, let's take a look. So I'll just put in a whole bunch of garble, like so, and then do that. Whoa! Yeah. That's not cool. Alright. So we need to fix that. Right now, line okay. A simple way of making sure the text wraps correctly is to add an expanded widget. In this step, you'll wrap the column widget where the messages are displayed in an expanded widget. Expanded allows a widget like column to impose layout constraints. In this case, the column's width on a child widget. Here, it constrains the width of the text widget, which is normally determined by its contents. This part of the widget hierarchy is defined by the build method in the chat message class. Try out a couple of handy IntelliJ shortcuts. IntelliJ, shut up. I don't care. So, all they're doing is throwing expanded over the top. That's it, right? For the chat message? No. Hang on a sec. Oh no, so inside of, sorry, here. Like this. So they're putting expanded over this column. And so therefore I just have to come down here and do that. And then just tab the rest of the stuff in. Yeah? Oh, child. That'll do. Cool. So hopefully that fixes that bug. Oh yeah. Blah 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 blah. Enter. Oh yeah. Cool. Alright. So the expanded allows you to, yep, got it. I understand. So that's that. Customized for iOS and Android. To give your app UI a natural look and feel, you can add a theme and some simple logic to the build method for the FriendlyChat app class. In this step, you'll define a platform theme that applies to a different set of primary and accent colors. You can customize the send button to use Cupertino button on iOS and a material design icon button on Android. Okay, so I understand, I think. So what have we got here? Add the following code to main.dart. Alright. Modify the FriendlyChat class definition. So wherever the material app is, essentially. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go to my FriendlyChat app. And we'll paste it down here. And then, so we've got primary swatch, colors the orange, primary color is the grayish color, primary brightness. Okay, yep. And then I'm just passing in. So if target platform is iOS, we'll use that one, otherwise we'll use the other one. Well, guess what? I'm not setting up the Android screen right now. So I will just check this. Default target platform. But there is no, doesn't look like there's a default target platform, is it? Where does that come from? Is it, oh, foundation.dart. This is different. Now it passes. So if default target platform is target platform.ios, then we're going to use the KIOS theme, otherwise we'll use the default theme. Okay, So if I run this, ooh, very nice. But the button didn't change. Hello? Alright, so how do I change the button? We can apply the selected theme to the app bar widget. Okay. So what's this? Elevation. I don't like this whole context switching between iOS and Android though. Seems like it's a little bit of a hack. But I'm not going to question things yet that I don't fully understand. So, where is it? We got material app. So where's this coming from? Chat screen state. So that's this here. So, oh yeah, here. In the app bar, right? So the app bar has a title. So I'm just going to bring that down to the next line. And then I assume I put this in. Again, I don't know what it is with so much spacing in this thing, but it's bad enough that they love the little commas, but so let's see what this does. So that brought the, oh, okay. So it brought it down so it wasn't 4 up. So if I change this to say 8, alright, okay, it adds a little bit of height on that. Which, yeah, height, elevation, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Customize the send button. Oh, here we go. So, what do we got here? If it's iOS, we're going to use a Cupertino button. Otherwise, we're going to use an icon button. It still sounds hacky to me. But anyway, I'm not going to question it. I shouldn't question it. I don't know enough yet. So if I come over to, where is it? There's the icon button there. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Oh god, it's getting worse. Alright. So the child is this. So just replace the line above it. Or below, sorry. This. No. What's going on here? Oh, here. And then we get rid of that. Right? No? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I kind of do, but the space unpressed. We've got these two situations. Then we've got that. So why is it complaining here? Oh, Cupertino button undefined. Did I have to? Oh, okay. You have to add another import. My bad. But I'm not going to see the difference because I'm not running Android. Oh well, I think I'm probably going to finish up here. Unless, what's this? Wrap the top column in the container widget to give a lighter grey border on its upper edge. This border will help visually distinguish the app bar from the body. Okay. So wrap the column in a container. So this here. So is this for the main app? Looks like it is. Or for whatever we're looking at here. Where is it? This here. So for the body, instead of it being a column, it's going to now be a container. And then find where the column is. And what's going on here? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So everything else has to come in a bit. Cool. I'm not sure what that last bit did. Oh, hang on, it's still not working. What did I do wrong? Oh, do I have to put child? Sorry. Child. Now it'll work. My bad. No. What did I do? Column child children. Render flex. I am confused. I might stop this and run it again. I'm feeling that something's being a bit silly there. I could be wrong. But I wouldn't have thought just adding a container around the outside there would be such a breaking change. I've gone for an hour and a half now. I think this is meant to be like a 45-minute tutorial. I've blown it into an hour and a half. And alright, so let's say hello. No, everything's working. What? Did I write regret? I didn't even mean it. I see the buttons changed. Cool. I think I'm going to leave it there. That seems to be the very end of the tutorial. So I've covered a lot there. Some of it I understand really well, some of it not so much. But it is what it is. And I'm going to continue learning Flutter. I don't know if I'll be able to continue to do live streams, but I'm definitely going to continue learning Flutter because I think it's really, really cool. Now, once again, make sure that you go to my description here and say, and click on the Flexbox in depth link. You can donate and take the discount version, or you can be what everyone else has been and basically a freebie and get the freebie. I don't really care. All I really ask in return is that, once again, if you can just rate the course and give a decent review, that's all I really care about at this point. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream there, and I'll see you all next time.